Infinity Games Podcast.
So, to start the episode, quick disclaimer. We know we're late on episode 30. We're fully aware. But what ended up happening was when Jukebox and I originally tried to record episode 30, my computer's memory screwed me. Because I record with Audacity, so I only recorded, I think we had, almost a 2-hour total.
It was, 2.5.
Yeah, we had a massive period of us talking. Of course, Jukebox was going to cut a good part of it out, or turn it into 2 episodes or something, but essentially, we got about the first 45 to an hour of my recording, of my audio, and then my computer had no more memory to save Audacity. So we lost the majority of the episode, and you can't recreate a conversation. It's just, you can't do that unless you're some kind of god with a perfect memory. So Jukebox, being the genius that he is, was going to take the hour that we had and make a small episode out of it. And then we found out that on top of everything, after 10 minutes, my audio somehow got very corrupted. So it was just unusable.
Yeah, it was unfortunate.
Yeah, and then I ended up having to fly up to work, and the camp that they put me in had I kid you not, it had the single worst internet I've ever seen. I'm pretty sure dial-up would have been better.
Tell them your YouTube buffer.
Oh Christ. So it was Saturday night at 11 o'clock in the PM, and I was like, I am watching the new episode of Dragon Ball Super because I fucking love that shit. I have to watch that. So I'm gonna stay up late. I'm gonna let YouTube buffer for 45 minutes to an hour, and if I have to watch this episode in 480p, so fucking be it. So I let it go. I booted up on YouTube because Crunchyroll, which I have a subscription for, literally would not load.
Boo.
So I get it up on YouTube. I get it going. I let it buffer. And then it's close to midnight. I sit down and I watch this episode. And even after an hour of letting it buffer and load and everything, and it was fucking midnight, there should have been next to no draw on the Wi-Fi at that point. Because we all get up at fucking 4:45 to go to work, so sacrifices were made. So, and I still had to watch the episode of Dragon Ball Super in 144p. You literally can't set YouTube to give you that low of quality. YouTube will only give you quality that low if that is literally all it can handle to show the episode. So, because the internet was so bad, there was literally no chance in hell of Jukebox and I being able to record while I was there.
Yeah.
Luckily, I'm not going back to that camp again. So, hopefully we'll be able to record while I'm up there this time, but
So we've learned our lessons, and don't worry. The hype train rolls on, and we will talk about the Nintendo Switch in the next podcast.
Indeed.
But for this one, we're having a mini-sode.
Yay!
So, on the
irony.
on the 11th, there was a Nintendo Direct. They called it a mini Direct, and it was loaded with a lot of ports and a few new games. And we're just gonna go through the video and talk about each one of the games, almost like we did for our very first podcast with the Nindies.
Yay, throwback.
So are you ready to go?
I'm ready, play it.
Alright, here we go.
Rating pending. Because we're going to put it an adult title on the Nintendo Switch. Fun fact.
Fun fact.
Titties you can poke?
Magical. No, save that shit for VR.
Oh, true.
So anyways, we've actually both seen this, but we're just watching the video to keep in time.
Yeah.
And the very first game we're presented with, they call it a DS Classic, though no one knew what the fuck it was.
Yeah.
It happened to be like one of the highest rated the DS games, and I never got it, but I'm crazy excited for The World Ends With You.
Me too. Because it's the same thing. I didn't know anything about it. All I knew was that everybody loved it, but I
Like
could
everyone
never,
who knew about it.
yeah, and no, I never found it, or anytime I did, it was overpriced and I had no money, so I just like let it kind of sweep under the rug. But I mean, obviously it's a fucking amazing game, so it's the same. Like when this comes out, I'm buying it. Jukebox will probably buy it, like,
Yeah.
and then we'll have an episode about it.
You know, the fact that it's in this Nintendo Direct Mini and 3 million people have watched this, I think there's a higher chance of it doing well now than it ever did on the DS.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
So the next thing we're given is new Pokemon fighters for Pokken Tournament DX. One of which is Aegislash, who is bae for me. I love Aegislash. He's one of my favorite Pokemon. But
Yeah.
neither Jukebox nor I are like big into fighting games. So, I mean,
I can
don't
appreciate that they're still supporting the game and adding content for the people who do care.
Oh, agreed. And I mean, it's fair too, because it's like Pokemon Tournament is one of those games where it's like it's fully possible for it to be competitive, right?
Oh yeah.
Like
Definitely.
it's designed very well, so it makes perfect sense for them to keep updating and adding in more Pokemon.
Yeah. And like it was developed by the guys who did Tekken.
Yeah.
So like, you know that Smash and Melee and stuff are competitive, but at the same time, you can button mash the shit out of those. Pokken Tournament is kind of like Street Fighter, where you at least need to know what the hell a quarter circle is.
Yeah. that's when you put a quarter.
Back charge forward.
I was gonna say that a quarter circle is when you put like a Canadian quarter on your joystick and then make a circle, right? That's how it works.
Yeah, definitely.
That's how you throw a Hadouken. Or
Yeah.
a Hadouken. I don't know. How do you pronounce that? I don't care.
Hadouken.
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 Or you can pronounce it like Mega Man X. Hadouken.
It's just bit crushed.
Oh.
You know, it's funny. Today I went to an arcade and I was playing some of the pinball machines, and like everyone did when they were a kid, I hit those coin return buttons to see if I'll get a token back before I play.
Oh, for sure.
And I did get a token, so I got one free game, and then another one actually gave me a quarter, because some idiot tried to put a quarter in the machine instead of a token.
Oh, Christ.
Yeah.
I remember one time, it wasn't like a full-blown arcade. It was just like, you go to like the Let's Play or whatever. You know,
Right.
climb around everywhere, and it had like the like mini like ticket games off the side. It wasn't at Let's
Yeah.
Play. It was at a different place. But one of the machines, whoever was like servicing them or whatever, didn't fully close one of the coin returns.
Oh god.
So like we all literally just opened it up, and there was this bucket just filled with tokens. So we all just took like a massive handful of tokens and just like played the shit out of the arcade.
Oh god.
That-
You know
it
what my
was
favorite
good.
thing was?
What's that?
At the bowling alley, whenever they serviced the machines with the tickets, it would usually spit out like a couple hundred tickets or something, just to make sure it was working. And then at the end of that, if you were like standing around, they'd be like, here you go, couple hundred tickets. And we would
Sweet.
lose our goddamn minds because it was like winning the jackpot without even having spending a quarter.
Oh, no kidding.
That was like the best.
Shit's crazy.
So anyways, back to the direct.
Indeed. The other thing
What?
Pokken Tournament announced was Blastoise will be another playable character.
Yeah, and they got a couple legendaries as support characters. I'm really glad they showed off some of this Kirby game. Like,
Me
we
too.
already knew it was coming, but I don't think we had a name, and I don't know when they announced one, but we know it's called Kirby Allies.
Star Allies.
Star Allies. Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I just like... My thing is, it's like I love Kirby games to death, but I can
Yeah.
never bring myself to actually buy them. At least not
Yeah.
like on console. Like handheld Kirby games, I love to death. But like,
I mean, $80 for a Kirby game feels steep because we're gonna breeze through it, right?
yeah, it feels really steep. That's the main problem.
But once this one ends up price dropped or something, I'll definitely be getting it because I love the Dreamland games, and this one seems like it's kind of a return. We don't have to worry about it being too easy like Epic Yarn,
Agreed.
or too weird like Canvas Curse.
Good old Canvas Curse.
Or Mass Attack, or
Oh,
all the
Christ.
million other things they tried to do with Kirby.
Yeah. Onwards. Give us the next one.
Did you get that Dragon Quest Builders demo?
Nah, I don't care for. Personally, I don't care for builders.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it just because it's a demo and it's free.
Yeah, I might do the same. It's like you don't lose anything. It's like either you like it or you don't. So.
And as a complete surprise to no one, they're porting Hyrule Warriors.
What? Really? I never saw that coming.
Fuck, dude. Like, I kind of like it because the Wii U has such an amazing game library, but no one gave a shit about the Wii U.
Yeah.
So they can easily make these ports without having to use very many resources, so they can still work on amazing new games and still give people, what they want, kind of. It just makes me a little angry because, we got these things on the Wii U.
I love my Wii U.
Fucking give us something new, right?
My Wii U has now literally been spiritually succeeded by my Switch.
No, it's just been succeeded.
Well, I mean spiritually because I literally sacrificed my Wii U to get the Switch.
My Wii U is waifu.
Bay for days.
Waifu for lifeu.
Oh, perfect. That's a good one.
Okay. Next one. Something I don't think anyone saw coming.
I knew the Mario Tennis was always popular, but I didn't think they were going to do another one.
Well, do you remember the one they put out on the Wii U?
No, they did that?
Yeah, it was extremely lackluster and went underneath everyone's radar.
Weird.
Like, it looks ridiculously boring compared to this one just for the fact that there's, like, not even an audience.
That's pretty shit.
And it's kind of funny because people are freaking out about this one, and I don't think Mario Tennis was ever, like, a big seller. Like, I mean, it's good, it's a first-party game and all that, but, like, they're freaking out that it brought back story mode, and I'm like, did anyone actually care about this, or are you just excited because Nintendo told you to be excited?
I think the one that they did on GameCube actually did very well, but other than that, I'm pretty sure nobody really cares.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's getting a fair bit of hype, but that might be because it's like the only original game that they announced during this direct that we didn't either already know about or that wasn't a port.
Yeah. I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, honestly, if I found it like sitting for like $10 somewhere,
yeah,
I'd probably be like, screw it, why not?
And God knows it's Nintendo first party, so it's never gonna go down in price.
Oh no, that thing will be $80 for the next 12 years.
Yeah. It's kind of sad. I went into EB Games today, and I knew Bayonetta for Wii U was $10 used.
Yep.
And I was like, yeah, I'll totally jump on that. They actually had a copy this time, but what I didn't realize, because I completely forgot, is Bayonetta 1 came with Bayonetta 2. So you got them in the same box, which means on Wii U.
Really?
Yeah. So if you want to buy Bayonetta 1 for $10, you have to buy Bayonetta 2 for $32, and it's really fucking weird because they have the like the case on the shelf and it's got like 2 different price tags on it.
That's really weird.
Yeah, I was a little bit sad.
I'll just wait. I'll just get the bundle on Switch when it comes out.
Yeah. Heck.
When does that?
We have no clue about when 3 is coming, but I imagine it's sometime around there, no?
Maybe?
Did they even say they're bringing 1 and 2 to the Switch?
Yep, it's been announced for a good while now.
Okay. Like, I feel like I know it, but I feel like I forgot. Or that was like in the rumor mill when 3 was announced. I don't remember.
The Nintendo Switch's port of Wii U's Bayonetta 2 will include a full game download for the original Bayonetta, much like the Wii U game's original release.
Dandy.
Yeah, as for Bayonetta and Bayonetta 2 will launch February 16th. Earlier than we previously reported, the story has been updated to reflect this. So yeah,
Nice.
Comes out in a couple of weeks.
Super dandy.
Indeed.
So let's continue on with this direct.
Let's go. I don't know what this is.
So Ease.
Is it an RPG?
If I remember, this was like the TurboGrafx 16 had Ease.
Oh, cool.
And I really can't remember, but I remember there being one on like either the TurboGrafx or the Turbo CD or something. But this is a JRPG that goes under everyone's radar. And I've seen gameplay of like Ease 3 and some of the earlier ones, and then when like Oath of Felghana came out, like it just looked so beautiful. So I'm actually really excited that they made an 8th one and that it's getting a North American port. Even if like no one's gonna buy it.
I would probably buy this.
Yeah.
I need to see more on it. I need to like watch like a Let's Play or something of an older one, so I kind of understand where
this is coming from.
Yeah, and like what do, but it looks pretty good so far. And you know me, I'm a sucker for JRPGs.
So go check out like Ease 7. They had a couple that came out on PSP. Like watch some gameplay for any of those, and oh my god, they look so fucking good.
Sweet. Okay, that was the podcast. I gotta go do homework and stuff. Bye.
You're silly. But I legit don't think this trailer did this game justice.
Oh no, because it like showed the characters a little bit, like all of 5 seconds of combat.
Yeah.
Like hell, I only saw a HUD once for like 3 seconds. So yeah, I got nothing. I gotta watch some videos on some of the older games.
Though during the combat, it's really nice that it's so open. It's non-cluttered. Like I would call like Final Fantasy 12 Xenoblade games like that super cluttered.
Oh, I agree.
We got some updates for Mario Odyssey, which works out in our favor.
Luigi.
We'll talk about that next week.
What the?
Did you not see this?
No, I haven't seen this yet.
Okay, so it's like an online mode. You'll get a balloon from Luigi, and then you go hide it in the world somewhere, and then other people have to go find it.
Oh, okay,
and
cool.
There's like a point system, and you receive coins and stuff for finding these balloons.
Kind of awesome.
Yeah, I don't know. I appreciate when they add stuff to games that are already well established.
Mm-hmm.
And they're gonna have new outfits.
The one I saw was the armor one for Mario.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a meme and it was a picture of him in the armor and it was like, damn, Dark Souls on Nintendo Switch looks great.
Oh god.
And I just died laughing. I was like, oh Christ.
Yeah. I mean, I thoroughly enjoy the costumes as like a mechanic of Mario.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the game, you actually have to wear certain costumes to get some moons and stuff.
Do you really?
Yeah. So there's like some actual reason to buy them and wear them, other than it just being nifty.
Do any of the costumes give you like abilities, or is it just cosmetic?
It's pretty much all cosmetic. It's not that bad.
I'm just a stickler for like if there are costumes and dress up and stuff, make it do something.
Yeah.
But whatever. Hit me with the flex. Hit me with that next one.
Okay, so the next one, that was my phone. So the next one is SNK Heroines, which fucking no one in existence knows this, but there was like a Neo Geo Pocket Color game. It was like Gals Fighters, and it's essentially, this is practically a sequel to it.
That's fucked. What is SNK?
So SNK Playmore was the company that made the Neo Geo and a lot of the games that went with it. So like the Art of Fighting.
Okay.
And like Metal Slug and stuff.
Cool.
So there was games like SNK versus Capcom and stuff where you would be able to play as most of these fighters.
Yeah.
But this is like exclusively the girls from all of SNK's biggest fighting games, and I mean other games as well, because I think they have Fio from Metal Slug in there, but I'm not totally sure.
Okay. It seems like just some kind of like lame ass fan service attempt.
I mean, you gotta be a weeaboo like me to appreciate this shit.
Yeah, I can't.
Like,
I'm
excited that they have a fucking sequel to something that existed in the 90s that fucking no one knew about.
That's fair. That part's cool. For me, I'm just like, fuck it. It's like SNK heroines or whatever, or like getting like, I don't know, a Street Fighter or something. Like, I'm probably just gonna get Street Fighter.
Yeah.
New character in Mario and Rabbids. What? Yeah, I knew about this one.
There was such a lag there. I thought I paused the video. I was like,
too.
what the fuck?
I was like, Jukebox, we're on point. What are you doing, buddy? So, DK, or Donkey Kong, for all you uneducated fucks.
The King of Swing.
The King of Swing is coming to Mario and Rabbids.
Yeah.
Now, my main question here is now, I wonder if there will be a Donkey Kong Rabbid.
Probably.
I would assume there'd have to be. Otherwise, it'd literally be like you have five quote unquote human characters and only 4 Rabbids.
You know, I bet you there's totally gonna be a Rabbid.
Yeah, I would hope so.
Here's something that no one gives a shit about.
Payday.
Yeah. Like, I don't know anyone who gave a shit about the first game or the second game, and I mean, this thing's been out for a while.
Yeah, I don't know. I think a couple of buddies of mine played Payday 2 for a little while.
Yeah.
But it dried up pretty fast. Like, they loved the shit out of it for like a week. Kept telling me to buy it, and I was just like, bruh, no.
This one guy with the flashing joy on his face, and it's like blue and red, like the Joy-Cons.
Yeah.
Joy-Con.
I didn't even catch that. You're smart. Yeah, anyway, Payday 2 is coming to the Switch. Literally no one cares. That game probably will not sell at all.
Yeah.
I don't care what this is. I'll buy the hell out of it.
Faye?
It's like Spyro on LSD.
Yeah. I mean, this is like EA's attempt of being like, I know we fucked up with all the loot boxes and stuff, but try not to forget that we're like a games company and we try to put something nice out there even though we didn't actually make it. I mean, they just published it.
EA made it? I quit. I give up. Nope.
Okay, Zoink Studios made it. EA published it.
Still don't care? Nope.
Fuck.
EA fucked me enough.
Anyways, the next one, Celeste. I actually dig it.
I watched a speedrun for this once.
Nice.
I don't remember much about it, but it was cute as hell.
I didn't even know it was out. I actually followed the developer on like Tumblr.
Oh, cool.
Because like I'm all into pixel art and shit, and then they were like, "Oh, this is coming to the Switch. This is coming to the Switch," and they were all excited about it. Mm-hmm. And then I was watching this, and it was like, "Oh wait, this game's coming to the Switch."
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure I watched a speedrun for it. I'll double check on that. And then next thing we got is, again, like, it's cool, but I can't imagine many people like give a shit, but they're bringing Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze.
So I think anyone who had this game doesn't give a shit, but people who didn't have it are going to thoroughly enjoy it because the DKC games are amazing.
They are.
Like, the gimmick with Funky Kong is like easy mode, because it's like, all of a sudden you can jump for longer and, you know, jump across spikes.
Yeah. Although I guess I think how it was looking is like his board has its own health bar.
Oh, maybe, because he's got those 2 little hearts.
Yeah, because I think when he was jumping on the spikes, it was, I don't know.
Hell, that's still easy mode.
Oh, well, yeah. Like, here, have some extra health. Like, at least with Cuphead, you can get a relic that gives you 1 extra heart, but it decreases your damage. So it's like, it's a trade-off. It's like, you might live, it's like you might live longer, but you're in the fight longer no matter what, so pick your poison.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good design.
Yeah. So this is Dark Souls now, right?
Yeah. So that meme makes a lot more sense now.
Oh,
with
yeah.
Mario in the knight armor.
Yeah, did you not know about Dark Souls?
No, I totally knew.
Oh, okay. 'Cause I was like, oh, shit. But yeah, so... Yeah, because they announced Dark Souls. People are really excited for this one, actually.
Which I fucking stop people. Because Dark Souls,
Yeah.
this is the same for me as Payday. It's some sort of hardcore games for them to go like, hey, look, you can buy mature rated games on the Switch.
I agree. People are like, Payday, nobody will care about because Payday is Payday. But
Yeah.
the Dark Souls franchise and like the Souls franchise is fucking huge.
Yeah, well, I mean, at least it's a good game, right?
Yeah, right? Like,
you're gonna get like 100 hours out of it or whatever.
oh, easy.
But
So
at the same time, I mean, who doesn't already have this game on some other device? Like, I'm pretty sure for a while there you could almost get it for free on
I think so.
on Steam.
It was dirt fucking cheap. But
Yeah,
Yeah,
so that
so-
was the entire direct. It was like
yeah, it was really short.
it was like Mario Tennis and then a bunch of other ports.
Pretty much.
And it was kind of interesting because if you map out all of the Nintendo Direct minis, about 1 to 2 weeks after them, there is always a full Nintendo Direct. And we didn't actually get that Direct, we got Nintendo Labo.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, it's like boxes.
I don't care for that stupid thing.
Yeah, no kidding.
That's like, in my opinion, that's like the dirtiest cash grab gimmick I've ever seen in my life. Just because...
I think for people like us, definitely. But for little kids, they're gonna fucking blow their load.
Oh, I agree. It'll be a good way for parents to, like, you know, spend... I would assume the starter kit for, like, all the different games. Probably $100-$120.
Oh no, they have prices.
Really?
The giant robot one is $79, and the multi-pack thing with like the fishing rod and the piano and stuff is $69.
Okay, that's actually respectable.
So I mean, it's the boxes and software. So like, you don't literally just make a piano and have nothing. You make the piano, you put your Switch in it, and then there's like a game with it where you probably have to hit the right notes.
Yeah. Now my main thing is, do these packages come with extra Joy-Cons?
Nope.
That's the fucking shitty part. So, let's say your kid's birthday is coming up, and he's like, oh, I want the giant robot Nintendo Labo thing.
Right.
And literally all you've bought him is the normal Switch.
Right.
So, he will have 2 Joy-Cons. That's it. That robot thing takes a minimum of 6.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
Because you need a Joy-Con in each of your hands, you need one on each side of your face, and you need one on each of your feet, I believe.
Oh.
Yeah, you need
I didn't
6.
watch it, but that's fucked.
Yeah, at least if I'm remembering correctly, you need 6 Joy-Cons to run that bitch. Here, I'm gonna look it up real quick.
Wow.
Nintendo Labo giant robot.
Release the robots. Yeah, I don't think it's necessarily bad. I actually think it's pretty cute. Like, you know, game companies are like, look at us, we now have these million more apps. You can watch movies and Netflix and all this. And Nintendo's like, hey, you want to play with some boxes?
Yeah, boxes.
It's like that SpongeBob episode where they order some shit just so they can sit in the box and use their imagination.
Yeah. So here I'm copy pasting this image into the Discord,
Okay.
and you'll be able to see.
Oh yeah, I see how they're all
So
kind of
yeah,
connected.
one on each foot, one in each hand, and then he's got, I would assume, one on each side of his face.
It looks like it. You can totally see one sticking out of the back of that box too.
Okay, so maybe it's one on the side of his face and one on the back then. But either
Maybe.
way, that's still at bare minimum, that's 4 Joy-Cons. And that's only if I'm somehow misseeing. No, he's definitely got one on both feet.
Yeah.
Does he not? Or is that just the string?
I'm pretty sure he does. Because it looks like there's something on his other foot.
Yeah.
Maybe they just put the string on the one side to... No, there's totally a string on the other side.
Yeah, I think... Okay, so... And like, bare minimum of, like, 4 Joy-Cons.
Yeah.
Which is still fucked. Joy-Cons by themselves, like, a set of Joy-Cons by themselves, I think costs $80 goddamn dollars.
I think it's 100.
Is it 100?
I think it's 100.
That's fucked. I need to read this for you real quick because you're going to die laughing. So, at the bottom of the article, the last bit of this article where I found the picture, it says, either way, what was almost surely going to be an overlooked piece of Wii U software is now, if initial reactions to Labo are anything to go by, going to be a big selling, more engaging experience, and shelving it will have been the right decision. Nintendo is nothing if not patient, and it has a long memory. Now, where's that cardboard version of Mother 3?
Yeah, where the fuck is it?
I need it!
I didn't know this was something they conceived for the Wii U.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad they waited. I mean, they probably held off on a lot of things.
Well, not the cardboard isn't a Wii U thing, it's the giant robot aspect.
Oh, yeah, okay, because I remember Shigeru Miyamoto, like, looking at what I've been working on, and he's, like, holding the Wii U to, like, the pad to his chest, and he's, like, moving around to, like, dodge stuff. And you know what? I'm totally okay with that.
Me too. So anyway, I guess, like, just to kind of finish up our episode, so with the Nintendo Direct, what were you most happy to see?
Probably just general support for titles they've already released with either paid or free DLC, like the stuff with Mario Odyssey. Mm-hmm. Because I think that's going to be a big introduction for them to show people what's up with their online service once it's released. They'll be like, hey, the masses, you can play this balloon game.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, specific game-wise, definitely...
The World Ends With You.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. I was like, Whitwee, like the abbreviation, but like said out loud.
Isn't it like Chewy or something? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, but no, I'm in the same boat. I'm excited for The World Ends With You. I'm excited for Kirby because I love Kirby, but there's no way in hell I'll buy it because, like we just said, console Kirby's are still $80 and it's not worth.
No.
It just isn't. Like, it's a massive waste of money. You're going to spend $80 and be done the game in fucking 3 hours.
Though, it looks like it's going to be a blasty blast with friends because you can combine abilities.
Oh, absolutely.
Though I feel at the same time, anyone with any amount of skill is just going to literally rush ahead of everyone else and just, like, be killing things up front and, like, moving as fast as they can.
Oh, guaranteed.
Someone's going to be like, come back here so I can, you know, do the ice spear thing. And they'll be like, shut up, I'm already gone.
I'm on Bowser. Where are you? Bowser's not in this game. That's how far ahead I am.
Calling it right now, Nintendo's gonna do a mashup Kirby and Mario game.
That'd actually be kind of cool.
I mean, it almost happened in Brawl, like the Subspace Emissary.
Yeah, that was close.
Yeah, close enough.
I think that'd be kind of cool if we got like a turn-based RPG and it was like a Smash Bros kind of thing. That'd be kind of sweet.
That'd be kind of fucked up, but it'd be sweet.
They need to really do a good job on it, though. That'd be quite the ordeal.
Yeah.
But, like, original Smash. Because if you tried to take, like, Brawl or the new one, it'd, like, too many characters. But if you did, like, OG Smash with its, like, 10, you'd probably be
that
okay.
Wouldn't be too bad.
You could probably make a game out of that. But, and I'm definitely going to look more into Ys.
Yeah, please do that.
Because
Ys is a game that fucking no one knows anything about, and I love watching people play it, but I've never played one.
Awesome.
Yeah.
But
actually,
no,
you know what? I'm
definitely...
going to look up right now, because I am certain that was a game that was on the TurboGrafx. Like, started on the TurboGrafx.
I'm sure you're right.
So Ys 1 Oh, it was released on the Master System.
Oh.
Oh, here it is. It was released along with its predecessor as part of the enhanced compilation Ys 1 and 2 for the TurboGrafx CD. So that's the one I've seen.
Okay.
Yeah, like it looked like a Super NES RPG.
Cool.
And
No,
it's action RPG. This was one of the action RPGs that I actually like. Oh, that's not too bad. Because action RPG is just like so far below turn-based for me as far as fun factor goes.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah. Like
I have more fun with turn-based because you just feel better after you win.
I mean, like, I don't know if you still see the shit, but it's like almost bullet hell type shit with this boss.
It's like Hide Light if Hide Light wasn't bad.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, there's a game on the NES called Chrysalis, funny enough, made by that SNK company.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that.
And very similar thing.
Yeah.
Where you have the player bar and the enemy bar. And this is one of the very first games ever to have an action RPG style to it. Like, it was one of the ones that established it back on, like, the Master System.
That's pretty awesome.
But this is on the TurboGrafx CD, which is why you actually have some, like, video animations and shit here, because they kind of upgraded it. Made it look like a Super NES RPG.
Quote-unquote cutscenes.
But yeah, here's that boss where it's like, you're just running around all these, like, bullets.
Whoa!
Fucking blasty blast, man. I know in past years on GDQ, they did some speed runs of it.
Oh, I can't say I'm surprised. Definitely an easy, like a speed runnable game, like for sure.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of speed runs, AGDQ recently ended.
Yep.
What did you watch out of that?
My favorite one that I watched was the Bloodborne run.
Yeah?
That dude running that thing was just insane.
I caught some of that live.
And he was hell of entertaining. His commentary was on point.
You know which one you need to watch?
What's that?
Ukulele.
I did.
That is one of the only speedruns I've seen where, like, the actual guy playing is the one doing all the commentary, and it is so refreshing.
It's very nice. It was the same with the Bloodborne. The guy that did it was pretty much like, he was literally 90% of the commentary.
Yeah.
The only time he wasn't commentating was when he was fighting a boss and he needed to kind of focus, and then the guys in the back would be like, all right, so the deal with this guy is... But for the most part, he literally just like joked and bullshitted and had fun with it the entire time. It was really fun to watch the Bloodborne one.
Yeah, I have like zero fucks to give about like the Dark Souls or the Demon Souls or Bloodborne or any of those, but I watched a little bit of that one and it wasn't too bad.
It's very entertaining. I definitely recommend you go back and just watch the entire thing all the way through. It's
I probably will.
It's so entertaining.
This AGDQ, their like schedule, their lineup, there isn't like a single one of those speedruns. Okay, maybe not like a single one, but like more than previous years. I know what the games are. I know almost every single game that was ran, and I'm excited to see most of them.
Yeah, I was the opposite. Like, I was like scrolling through after they were done, because I tend not to be able to watch on Twitch because half the time I'm working.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't have the time. It's like I get home and then I eat, and then it's like I can catch like a couple hours of it before, and then like half the time they're not playing anything I care about when I am able to watch. So because they mostly do their bigger games like early in the morning or late at night or whatever. So
I watched what I could, but I ended up missing Breath of the Wild in the finale because I had to sleep for work.
I watched I think half of Breath of the Wild, and it's definitely, I am very much more happy with that run than I am with like the hardcore speed run.
Yeah, the one that's like 40 minutes.
Yeah, it's like straight to Ganon. Like, that one's still cool to watch, but it's just more satisfying, like, watching them have to, like, plan routes and be like, I need to do this shrine for this reason, and I need to do this for this, and, like, we're literally grabbing shrines for nothing except teleporting, and I just, like, I got a massive kick out of watching it. It was really fun, especially watching them just, like, absolutely tool the bosses that gave me such a hard time. Like, pretty good.
Yeah, I'm taking my time going back through them because I'm going to be watching a lot of them, but I got Kari into watching these with me,
Yeah.
So now it's more like, can I watch this one by myself, or is she going to be angry that we're not watching it together? Like the Okami one.
Oh, there's an Okami. They did Okami?
Yeah. Actually, it might have been from the last GDQ. So summer 2017.
Maybe.
But we were watching it, and I was disappointed because it was so boring.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like her favorite game, so she was just loving it.
Oh yeah, she just probably thought it was great.
Yeah.
Me and my fiance, she had to go to work, and she was like, "What is there anything on YouTube to watch?" And I was like, not really. And she was like, "Oh, what's that?" And it was them running Resident Evil 7 Biohazard.
Yeah.
And it was the same thing. Like she had her mind blown. I watched it with her. We watched them play through it, and like he's at like the 45-minute mark, and she's like, Jesus fuck, he's halfway through the game already. And I'm like, yep. Like
that's the point.
Yeah, like that's how it goes.
Yeah.
And then like I showed her a clip from fuck, what was it? I showed her a clip from one of the other, like a faster paced game.
Okay.
And excuse me. And it's like same thing. Like she just had her mind blown. She was like, "How do they know where everything is?" And I'm like, "Practice."
They've played it a couple thousand times.
Yeah, tons of practice.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I don't know.
super.
I always love the Super Mario runs. So they did Super Mario World, no cape, no Star World warp. That one was great. Watched that with Kari.
Yeah.
And then they did Mega Man 1 through 3 relay race.
I started watching that one. I have to finish it though.
Yeah. I just really like, usually it's with classic games because platformers ruled, but like anything platformer based, because it's like, one frame jumps and like jumping from the very edge of a platform and like taking the routes that people don't like to take, and it's very entertaining. And then there's like Diddy Kong Racing where it's like, boop boop boop, okay, we glitched through the wall and we're just gonna go in a circle for half an hour now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same when you're watching Ratchet and Clank. Like it's super entertaining, but like the way Ratchet and Clank level design worked is where you start a level is where you end a level. But you have to go in like a massive circle to pretty much to get there. And then like you'll grab like the end gadget or weapon or whatever, and then a big door will open and it's like there's your ship.
Right.
So literally most of the worlds, they're literally like, okay, we're on the planet, we're gonna run over here, we're gonna aim, we're gonna throw this down, we're gonna clip through this wall, and level's done. Back in the plane. I'm like, wow.
That's kind of like what Okami was.
Yeah.
For me, because they completely cut out all the content of the game, so they don't do cutscenes, they don't do boss fights, they just jump around everything.
That's boring.
Yeah.
Oh well. Is what it is.
Anyways, I think that's it for this episode.
I was gonna say, just to like finish this off,
Okay.
based on what we know so far, what's your overall impression with the whole Nintendo Labo thing?
I think it's a real novel concept, and I think kids are gonna love it, but I think for people like me and you, it would be like a massive waste of money that would literally take up space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's my thing with it too. Like for kids, especially for like in my opinion, as like a bonding exercise for kids and parents.
Because God knows the parents are going to have to like actually fold it for the kids.
Oh yeah, or at least like heavily supervise the process, right?
Yeah.
So
kid's going to like rip it in half and be like, how do I do this?
And it'll be like, oh, well, that's broken.
Yeah,
but,
okay, duct tape.
That's the problem too, is it's like, because you see in the trailer and stuff, you see them like open up a couple of the things.
Yeah.
And there's like bands and like wires and all this, and I'm like, this is really overly complicated for what's supposed to be for like 8-year-olds.
Yeah.
I'm like, Jesus.
You know what? They also have a cute like $10 extra pack where it comes with it's like a piece of cardboard that you can put on the thing that joins the Joy-Cons together, like the controller holder, whatever.
Yeah.
And then like stickers and stuff so you can customize them.
That's kind of cool, I guess.
I think that's going to be like an extra $10 when you're at EB Games. If you're like buying it for your kid, they're going to be like, oh, by the way, do you want this? And the kid's going to be like, yeah, I want to put the chain chomp on mine. And the parents are just going to be like, oh, fuck, fine, slap $10 on the table. And Nintendo's going to be like, making money. Making it rain.
Make it rain, bitches. But
$10 at a time.
No, yeah, I think it's a cool concept, and like you just said, like for kids, potential like bonding exercise and everything, I think it's cool. But like as far as like what you get for what you pay, and like especially like I said with the robot thing and having to have more Joy-Cons, like that's just such a fucking shit show.
Yeah.
Because like you know what's gonna happen is some kid's gonna be like, I need the robot, and the parents like it's gonna be a parent that doesn't understand, right? God. And they're gonna buy the robot thing, and then they're gonna take it home, and then they're gonna build it with the kid, and then they're gonna be like, why the fuck doesn't it work? And it's gonna be like, oh, by the way, you need 2 more Joy-Cons, and then the dad or the mom or whoever is out another $100 after that. Yeah. So you've literally spent close to $200 to build a cardboard box with your child and then have him probably play it for all of 2 hours.
Yeah, if you're lucky.
Like, nah, son. And you know that kid is going to get too into it. He's probably going to trip and fall and then land right on his back and destroy
just crush
it.
Everything.
And it's just going to be like, well, rip me.
Yeah. You know what, dude? The keyboard is actually really cool. I like the
keyboard is cool. I liked the keyboard. Especially if you could potentially use the keyboard as like a learning tool to actually like help teach piano to a degree. That'd be kind of. I think that'd be pretty sweet. But aside from that, I think it's most literally all of it's pretty much just a dumb gimmick.
Yeah.
But
I think it's gonna do well enough for them to make a Toy-Con 3 and a Toy-Con 4.
Agreed.
Yeah. It's gonna be like Amiibo. Inexplicably, it does amazing.
Yeah, watch, it'll like blow. It'll Nintendo Labo will get the Switch. It's 30 million units sold, and we'll just be sitting here like, fuck.
Dude, I gotta say, I am so happy for how well the Switch is doing.
Oh, me
because
too.
Some of the numbers for December came out, like, Nintendo overall, 3.29 billion made for that, and
that's absurd.
Most of it was driven by hardware sales. We still don't have the number of units yet, so as far as we know, it's still 10 million as of December 12th. But
probably closer to 12 or 13 by now, in my opinion.
Oh, probably, but like I'm waiting for those numbers. And then if you put it month by month next to every other console in existence, Nintendo Switch is the fastest selling console.
Yeah.
Like it went even faster than the PS4, and you know how fucking much the PS4 sold when it launched.
Took me forever to get one of those.
Yeah.
Like, I think I've told it before, but just real quick before we go, like me finding my PS4 was literally every single day for like 2 months straight. I called EB Games.
Yeah.
Do you have PS4s? Do you have PS4s? Do you have PS4s? And they were like, no. And then one day I wasn't going to call them. My fiance was like, just call them. You've already been doing it for a month and a half straight. You might as well keep it up. And I was like, yeah, I suppose you're right. Sure enough, do you have any PlayStations? And they're like, yeah, we got a couple in. I'll be there in 10.
And you still don't have Kingdom Hearts.
Nope. Oh.
It's coming eventually.
Yeah,
maybe it's gonna get canceled.
It'll be here in like a decade or so. It'll be like Duke Nukem.
Just better.
Yeah, way better.
Yeah.
That's the nice part about it, is it's like I know that regardless of how long I have to wait for Kingdom Hearts 3, at least it's gonna be a fucking amazing when I do get it.
I mean, it's kind of like The Last Guardian.
Yeah.
Nearly a decade wait, and then it's just like, oh.
And then it was glitchy as hell.
No, it wasn't.
Well, Trico is just very unresponsive, but whatever.
Hardly. If you're an impatient bitch, he was unresponsive.
Well, shit, guess what I am?
Yes.
Yes. But,
God.
Anyway,
you know let's wrap this up, okay?
I was gonna say,
if you have any comments, tell us what you're looking forward to out of this Nintendo Direct menu. tell us what you think of Nintendo Labo. You can tell us on our Facebook, leave a comment at Infinity Games Podcast. Or you can tweet at us at games_podcast. And check our Instagram. We'll have more photos of, general nerdy shit coming at you. And that's also at Infinity Games Podcast.
Indeed.
Yeah. So, thanks for listening. Bye.
Boy.
Boy.
Boy?
Boy.
Boy.
Okay, I'm stopping.
Me too.